a galvo. I do the salvo. Doon, ta-da-doo-doon, doon. It's a new dance. It's a new dance. It's a new dance. It's a brand new dance. I'll be a galvo. I do the salvo. Doon, da-da-doo-doon, doon. Be a galvo. I do the salvo. The latest, greatest dance.
Iain Lee. Absolute Radio.
The world. The world. This picture Bill with absolute baseball. In last night's action, it was Atlanta over Toronto 4-3, the Yankees over the Phillies 5-4, and the Mets over the Red Sox 3-2. Tonight it's a Disneyland derby, the Dodgers against the Angels. Till next Sunday, see you in the bullpen. The world. The world.
Tonight, Iain, Ellery, David, what topic have you got for tonight on Absolute Radio 10 to 1? Hello?
The world.
The road.
The world.
Hello, the road. How are ya?
The world. Okay, I'm sorry. That wasn't me. You like tennis?
All of which makes me anxious, at times unbearably so.
Mama say, mama sa, mama kusa. Mama say, mama sa, mama kusa.
So answer my question.
Hi, this is David Coverdale from Whitesnake.
Oh, I don't get it. The world. That wasn't me. Who would you go gay for? The world. Who would you go gay for? The world. Who would you go gay for? Oh, I don't get it. You like tennis? You like tennis? How many times have you been in the toilet?
Iain, you not on tonight? You not on? Iain Lee, down here. You not there? I'll phone back later. I'll phone back later then, okay? Alright. Iain.
All of which makes me anxious, at times unbearably so.
this is probably the first time we've ever done this. This is a phone-in show. And where am I? It's a phone-in show that's pre-recorded, so... I don't know if this is going to work. I never even did this at the other place. Do I sound all right? I sound tinny in my ears, but
You sound fine to me.
We're in a different studio because there's someone in the studio that we'd normally doing it on the Sunday night. I apologise for this. The reason we're doing this is, as you're listening to this now, I'm at a friend's birthday party, but I've used up all of my holiday on the holiday and then the time I had off in the beginning of the year. So they, kind of generously, a little bit tight-fisted if you ask me, absolutely have said that I can pre-record the show. So, it's a pre-recorded phone-in show that's meant to have elements of spontaneity and people phoning in. So, and also we've balls at the time. We were supposed to start at 3 o'clock. It's now 3:51 and 50 seconds on a Thursday afternoon. I've got to shoot off.
You have to shoot a bit early, don't you?
I'm going to see them record Have I Got News For You this evening.
Oh, are you?
So, yeah.
I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah, no, I'm very excited. I'm taking Fandangle's Mum and Dad, and we're good.
But do you know who's on it?
Ian Hislop and Paul Merson.
No, the guests.
I don't know yet. No, I don't know. But we're going to go and see that tonight. And the thing is, they do with all these ticket things is they give away too many tickets. So if you turn up even on time, you still might not get in.
So you're going to get there early. Okay.
Yeah. So we should have started
a couple of songs at the end.
We were supposed to start at 3, but the technicals and stuff. Eloise isn't here because she's doing something in the office. I don't like being here. This means nothing to you, dear listener, because to you it's Sunday. What is it? It's probably about 10 past 10 or something. So this means nothing to you. But to us, this is a Thursday afternoon, and I'm not very comfortable with this. We've got our first... you could have our first caller, have you, Davis? People have very kindly emailed me their phone numbers and told me they were around and available to come on the air today, so... I'm not going to give out the phone number because it went high, but we've got people on the phone who are free. I can't... It's like trying to explain Lost to someone, isn't it? OK, so who have we got here on the line now? Hello?
Funny thing is, we have no idea.
Yeah.
That's kind of the flaw in the plan.
All of these calls are logged in, but I didn't want to call up the blow-off man. OK, so and because we've started late, the people that we were going to call in the first half hour have now gone, or their phones are switched off, or.
But I'm still going to be in control of the studio on Sunday, aren't I?
So you're here on Sunday.
I'm going to be here behind the desk on Sunday. So if anybody swears, then I have to dump it, don't I?
Well, no, you're editing it out after this. So you're editing it.
No, but I can't edit it because the calls aren't. The calls are coming live on Sunday.
No, we're doing the calls today. We're doing the whole show now, and you're editing it, and then it's going out later.
That's confusing. It's too confusing.
It's like, hey, how was your holiday?
It was great. It was lovely. We just kicked back on our own beach because it was off-season. There was nobody there on the beach.
Off-season is the time. It should be the season. Off-season should be the season because it's
everything's cheap.
Well, I was on off-season and there was nobody there. It was wonderful.
Yeah. So we just kicked back on the beach, had a bit of a swim, had some time off. Yeah, it was great. Great to kick back.
I like holidays. I'm thinking of maybe giving up work permanently and doing just holidays. Is the thing. But so Davis is here. Eloise is not. She may pop in later on if she finishes what she's doing later on downstairs in the office. We just don't know. So we'll see. But I have got things. This is so weird doing a pre-recorded show. I've done pre-recorded bits and pieces before, like packages. But a whole 3-hour show. I don't know if it's... hopefully it will sound kind of vaguely spontaneous and stuff. I don't know how it's going to work. But the stuff that I plan to be discussing this evening is certificates. We're bigging up the certificates. So we'll be asking the people who call in if they've got certificates. Also be asking them about tipping. And also asking the question, why are male stewards homosexuals? Generally, they seem to be. I don't know why they're attracted to it. It's not a criticism, it's not a judgment, why, the majority of them are. What else have we got tonight? We'll be playing, I think we've got... Have we got any arts phone messages, Davis? We've got some arts phone messages, have we?
Yes, we have.
Beautiful. We've got some arts phone messages and stuff. OK, we've got our first caller queued up who's let us call. Is it Rob?
Yeah, hello.
Hello, Rob. Thank you for letting us call you.
Yeah, not too bad. Listen.
Yes.
I work for military intelligence.
You work for military intelligence?
Yes.
Wow.
I know, it's mad, isn't it?
Well, is it mad, Rob?
Well, not really, no.
Yeah. So what are you doing this afternoon, then?
Nothing. I was lying on bed watching the television.
OK, so on Thursday afternoons, military intelligence, instead of monitoring the Al-Qaeda network and following all kinds of suspicious-looking gentlemen, you're just watching, what, a bit of,
TV.
Bit of, yeah, watching Murder, She Wrote or something, are you? Flog it.
It's good.
Anyway, Rob, listen, OK, so
What?
we primed you with the topics earlier on, and we're talking about certificates.
Certificates for what?
Well, for what?
Yeah, certificates for what?
For what?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, certificates for what? What do you get the certificate for, then?
Well, I got mine for coming second in the Sonys, the Oscars of radio. I was beaten by prisoners. What certificates have you got, Rob?
To be honest with you, I've got a certificate for being an absolutely fantastic chap.
Rob, sorry, are you 15 years old? It sounds like your voice is breaking.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know what to say now.
No, it's a nice thing. It's almost a compliment I've been playing you there. Well, that was the first caller, and that didn't really... No, we've got another caller. It's the merchant. Good afternoon, merchant. Or good evening, merchant. It's Sunday night. Hello, yes. Hello, merchant? Well, this hasn't really gone according to plan, has it? This has been
really worked out
a balls up from the start. OK.
Pre-recorded phone-in.
OK. We can't. Triple M's going to be fun. We have got some. We are going to do Triple M at the end of the show, and people have emailed me, and so Davis is going to be doing Fastest Fingers first, and phoning people up for the last half hour of the show, and we're going to try and make it sound like a spontaneous call-in. Merchant, are you there?
I wonder what you're doing now.
No,
I mean, you know, as in. It's
Sunday night.
Sunday night now.
Well, it's probably... hang on, where are we now? So it's 3:57 now, so that's probably about 10:15. Well, I'll be at the party. It's a friend's birthday party.
But I wonder who you'll be talking to.
Why would you wonder that?
No, I just wonder what alternative world you could be in now instead of being
Well, I'd be
on the
grateful not to be here. I was hoping that this would work, and then we'd... Jonathan Ross is pre-recording all these shows now.
Yeah.
We announced it. We announced it first. So yet again, Ross... Merchant, are you there?
Would you like me to try and call him back?
Not really, because he's a bit of a crap call, if I'm honest. I mean, I appreciate everybody who has agreed to let me phone them up this afternoon, but... This is going to be a slow 3 hours.
I think I should have put some beds in or something.
Yeah. Oh, look, there's Billy Bloody Idol again. We don't want him. We want that, don't we? That was also... That's right. Try and... The caller's on the list. Try and call them up and get a caller up for the next bit. Thank you.
Iain Lee. It's about love and life. And live radio wrestling matches. Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
Oh, yes, now, speaking of the live wrestling, two things. If I did wrestle a listener, Matt the Pain Early, I beat the crap out of him.
You did, actually.
I beat the crap out of him. If you want to hear... me wrestling him, then I suggest you go to iTunes and download this. So go to iTunes and you can download type in Iain Lee, Absolute Radio, whatever, and last week's show has got that in. If you want to see a video of me beating him up, there's two ways. You can either go to YouTube and type in Iain Lee Wrestling, and there's a version there, or if you go to absoluteradio.co.uk, /Iain Lee, it's up there. They put it up there. It's wonderful.
Yeah, he was in some pain afterwards.
He was terrible. He sent me all these messages on Facebook. Oh, Iain, I'm so you. And all these people say, "Oh, he's half your size, Iain." He's a bloody professional wrestler.
Yeah, but he was half your size, though.
But Bruce Lee was half my size. Bruce Lee could have killed me.
That's true. Yeah.
absoluteradio.co.uk /Iain Lee. You will see the video of me beating. And it
was a good bout, though.
It was all right. Wasn't
it was brilliant.
I'm thinking the next thing. I was thinking the next thing was going to be a race, but
the next thing's going to be 14 football, isn't it?
Well, that's still my copyright, and I'm not sure I want to give that to these losers here at Absolute. But I'm thinking of doing an obstacle course. So Chappers suggested I do an obstacle course.
That's good.
Kind of like Krypton Factor. Yeah. Or if we could get on what's the one? Oh no, they've just axed Gladiators, so we can't do.
What about Wipeout?
Oh, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not anything that involves getting pushed into water by swings.
No.
I don't like my face being wet. I don't.
You don't like. What do you do when you have a shower? throw a plastic bag over your head.
I'm terrible at bukkake parties. No, I just don't like it. When I was on holiday, we went snorkelling.
Yeah, so did we, actually.
And I've never been snorkeling. Have you been snorkeling
It's brilliant.
before?
We did it on holiday with turtles.
I didn't. I did it with baby sharks.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But have you done it before?
Top trump snorkelling there. Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
I'd never done it before, and I don't like my face going underwater. I don't. This is absolutely true. And so, for the first half an hour, I was panicking. I was having panic attacks, and I couldn't work out.
Why did you need a snorkel then if you weren't going to put your face under the
water?
water?
Well, I was trying to, because I wanted to see the scary fishes. Have you ever seen a clam underwater? Living?
No, I haven't. But doesn't it pulsate?
It's like a psychedelic pulsating vagina.
Yeah.
That's what it's like. It's horrible. It's like all purples and it was horrible. But so I'm trying to snorkel, and I kept, because you can breathe underwater because you've got the thing in your mouth. But my brain couldn't. So I started panicking.
You do breathe quite heavily when you start.
It makes that noise in your ears.
Yeah, you sound like Darth Vader. Yeah. Anyway,
we were snorkeling with this young Maldivian lad, Bokri, and he was doing the thing where he goes deep down, and I was trying to do that, and I couldn't do it.
And then spit out the salt water again.
Oh, jeez! The salt came. And then we did it. We did it in one bit that was kind of quite safe. And he said, "Oh, tomorrow I'll take you to the bit by the pier where it's a bit deeper and there's more exciting fish." All right, brilliant. And we got in there, and Fandango and this young lad were swimming around, and I for my leg was like little stings on my leg. And it was really hurting, and I after about a minute, I came out and went, flippin' heck, what, I'm getting bitten. And he said, oh yeah, the fish are probably biting you.
Yeah.
But why are they biting me and no one else?
Because they think you're a bit of food or something.
But why do I look like fish food?
Well, my finger got bitten by a turtle, because it looks like a
turtle's
prawn
willy. Yeah. Let's talk to... We've managed to rack up. We're doing... The show is pre-recorded, that's why it's a little bit light on callers this afternoon, this evening, as you're listening to it. I do apologise. But Debbie is free this Thursday afternoon, aren't you, Debbie? Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello, Debbie, how are you?
This evening, darling.
Sorry?
I know we were pre-recorded. Yeah, hello. I'm a little bit better. I just got this pounding headache.
Hang on, just stay there, because I think this is... Did I read an email saying that this studio is completely to cock and that the phone doesn't work? Let's try the...
Exactly.
Debbie, hello there, yes.
Yeah, hi.
No, it's just your voice is really soft and insipid. Debbie!
Yeah, I got a sore throat. I've been shouting too much.
You've been shouting too much, have you?
Singing too much.
Yes. Singing?
Yeah.
What have you been singing, Debbie?
Everything. And I got a really sore throat.
Imagine singing everything. How long would that take you? That would take at least 10 days, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's been a long 10 days.
I bet it has, eh?
It's been a hell of a long 10 days.
So it's 4:10 on a Thursday. It's what, nearly about 10:30 on a Sunday. What? So Debbie?
Sunday. Well, I got a headache now.
Yeah, I had a migraine when I was on holiday, like a proper migraine.
This is worse than a migraine. I got a big lump on the side of my head.
Yeah, well, yeah, but it can't be worse than my migraine because I was.
It is,
no, it isn't.
Mine's worse than yours.
No, yours.
Mine's worse than yours.
Mine was worse than.
No.
I'm having an argument with a mental lady about headaches. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Completely mental.
Yeah. You've been doing what to yourself, Debbie?
Pardon?
You've been doing what to yourself?
No, I'm listening to myself. No,
you should do. It releases the tension.
Yeah, what I did, I've been practicing my yoga.
Yes.
I've been chilling out.
Yes.
I've been doing my yoga exercises.
Yes.
You know what I mean, Mon?
Yes.
Yeah, I've been doing yoga.
So we've gone from like West Country to Northern to American to South African to Jamaican, all in the space of one sentence. Marvellous. So Debbie.
What? To get rid of a migraine, okay.
Yeah, so get rid of a migraine, you've got to diddle with yourself.
No, you don't diddle with yourself.
I think it relieves the tension.
No. Well, okay, send me some total handsome stranger to rescue from this pit of hell I'm in.
Okay, well, Debbie, listen, thanks very much for that.
I love you.
Yeah, I bet you do. That's the scary truth.
She really does love it.
The thing is, she really does. Oh, you know the lady who sent me the mucky letter? Sarah from Kensington.
Oh, yeah.
She phoned up on last Sunday, and I pretended I hadn't got the letter because I was embarrassed.
Did she read it out to you on the air?
No, I know. I pretended I didn't get it. I said someone had stolen it, and
it wasn't written in blood or anything like that.
No, but it was written in the hand of a mental woman. We've got the merchant back. Okay, yeah. This is okay. Good, merchant. Thank you for letting us call you this afternoon. No school?
I'm actually in my lesson.
Well, there you go. What lesson are you in at the moment, merchant?
I'm in double maths.
Double maths. There we go. That's all.
Aye.
Yes. So, merchant, we gave you the topics before you came on.
What topics?
Certificates, tipping.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And so, what have you got on those?
On the certificates, I managed to win a practice interview
A
barrister's clerk.
You managed to win a practice interview for a barrister's clerk. I'm not even sure what that means.
Basically, it's for work experience. It was just a practice interview, and
But is it a certificate, Merchant?
Aye.
Have you got a piece of paper with that written on it?
Aye.
Oh, then there you go. Well, when you listen to this back to this on Sunday, Merchant, you'll be disappointed to hear that the first half hour, 20 minutes of the show has not gone brilliantly.
I think it is going quite well.
Well, you've only heard this bit that you've been on the line for, you idiot. All right, Merchant, thanks for that. Yes. Anything else you want to say?
Yes, I would like to say one other thing.
Okay.
Always eat shredded wheat.
Yes, okay. Okay, it's never been done before. I can see why it's never been done before, but don't worry. We've got a couple of 2.5 hours or so to turn this around, and I think we can save this. Hopefully, the people that we're calling will be in, and I can save this. Don't you worry. Pre-recorded phone-in show. What a stupid idea. Good evening. There we go. That's the first and won't be the last time I got that wrong. This is Thursday afternoon for me. It's at 4:15, almost exactly. We are pre-recording the show because the bosses won't let me have any more time off, which is fine. Apparently, there's contracts and things, and contracts and stuff say when you can and you can't have time off. But we have managed to. Some very kind listeners have emailed us during the week with their phone numbers and said that they are free this afternoon for us to call them up. One of them is Richard in Brighton. Good evening, Richard.
Good evening, mate. How are you?
I'm very, very well. How you doing, fella? Thank you for letting us call you on a Thursday afternoon. What can we do for you?
Very quickly, you went away.
Yes, I did.
Did you fly out of Gatwick Airport?
Did I fly out of Gatwick Airport? No, I flew out of the Heathrow.
Okay.
Why? Can I ask why?
Well, I just went around the airport because that's what I do for a living, and I could have swore I see someone
Hang on. You wander around airports for a living?
Hover.
You hover?
That's the word, yeah.
What are you a pilot?
No, I'm a chauffeur, but,
You sound... Can I be honest with you, Richard?
Yes, mate.
You sound about 15 years old.
No, not 15. I wished.
How old are you?
28.
Oh, he's a man! He's an actual man! No, it wasn't me. I try and avoid the Gatwick as much as possible. It's Gatwick is one of my least favourite airports.
Right then, mate. No worries. It's about Thursdays and Sundays, I don't know.
Exactly. I know.
Oh, my God. Like how you emailed your man's number, innit?
Yeah, thank you very much, Richard. It's much appreciated. Shame you didn't have a bit more to say, but never mind. Good lad. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Ta-ta. There we go. Lovely. Fantastic. I don't like the Gatwick, partly because it's miles away, but Heathrow's the best airport in the world, isn't it?
It only takes 20 minutes to get to.
We went, when we came back from the Maldives, I don't want to keep going on about holidays, but what the hell, we've got no callers, we might as well. We came back, to get from the Maldives to my front door, we had a speedboat, an aeroplane, an 18-seater aeroplane, and 2 other aeroplanes. This aeroplane was tiny. I've never seen anything like it. The woman had to do, the stewardess did the tannoy announcement with a rolled-up bit of paper. She didn't quite, but she just stood there. It was horrible.
Yeah. From our
18 seats.
From our journey back, we had a clapped-out old taxi with no suspension, and then a 3-hour wait in an awful airport. So consider yourself lucky.
Consider yourself at home. There we go. Well, listen, it's a slow trudge through this evening, but we're going to get through it. I promise you. And the thing is, we may record a little bit more than we need, and if there are some dull bits, we can put them in and liven it up a bit, so don't you worry about that, my pretties. It's going to be fine. We are pre-recording phone-in show. It was at my suggestion after the bosses would not let me have the Sunday evening off, and you know what? I think we may be onto a loser. By the way, if you're listening to this on the Sunday, Davis is in the studio playing out the recording, so, you can phone him up and chat to him, but he's busy doing this, so if I was you, I wouldn't bother calling in at all. Hope that's all right. Thanks very much.
It's a god-awful small affair.
Iain
was a short little style. I was expecting more of a... So is that meant to be like...
Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
I don't like that one. Anyway, so this is it. It's 4:25 where I am. Where was it? About 20 to 11, something like that. Probably just after we just played that break, so that'll make sense. Okay, on the line now. What am I doing? Hang on, the faders are all over to copy. Here we go. Yes. It's Jimmy O'Neill. Hello, Jimmy.
Hello, sir. How the devil are you?
I'm confused because I'm supposed to be, Can I just say, Jimmy? Normally the show on a Sunday evening when we do it live is just a treat and a delight to listen and be part of. Pre-recording it turns out it's a dull, painful experience, and you've come on to promote and push stuff. I promise you, there's hardly anybody listening this evening, Jimmy. So it's a waste of your time, it's a waste of my time, but we'll do it anyway. Now, you, I believe, what I believe is called a stand-up comedian.
Well, it has been remarked upon sometimes, kind of thing. Like, I'm quite a consistent performer and I die quite regularly.
We did a gig together, didn't we? Which one was it?
It was the Red Lion. Is it the Red Lion in Westminster? That little cellar basement kind of electric maintenance.
Oh, yeah, that was. It's the tiniest room in the world, there, isn't it?
Well, it was terrible kind of thing, like, you know what I mean? There was only room for 2 pound glasses, really, in a chair.
It's a wonderful gig, and I'm going to do another spot there because it's fantastic. And the weird thing about it that I hated at the start, then I thought, actually, and this is maybe the future, is that the comedian who's finishing then introduces the next act.
It's quite like eco-friendly. It saves on the compere, kind of. It saves the compere's energy in a way, kind of thing, doesn't it? You know what I mean?
Well, exactly. And the compere was a very delightful and very talented young lady, but she didn't do nothing. She came in at the start and came at the end. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. Thanks very much. Good night.
I think she was giving sweet fate as well, kind of thing. Like, that's another thing about that gig. I think you get free sweets. That's the only reason I travelled from Wigan in for long, like, on the premise of getting free sweeties.
So that's like 3 hours or something, 3 or 4 hours, just to come and get some free sweeties. I'd have sent you some sweeties, Jimmy. That's not a problem.
There's nothing wrong with that, sir. Like, but I'm sure in future, like, I'll know now, and you can just send me a pick and mix or something,
Where are you going to get pick and mix from? Only from the cinema, and I ain't paying for them because they're well expensive in there, man.
You could always, like, put some in your pocket and just hope you don't get caught, you know? I don't want to condone stuff like that on your radio show, Ian, kind of thing.
But you're condoning stuff like that on my radio show, Jimmy.
You know what I mean? I'd like to retract that statement in front of whoever's listening.
Don't worry, we can. This one's pre-recorded. We can cut that out. Davis, cut out the thieving comment this fool has made. Now, listen. The reason I've got you on here is partly because I knew tonight's show would be quite quiet because no one's calling in because they can't.
No problem.
So I'm using you for padding, Jimmy. I hope that's all right.
It's fine, that's fine.
But you've been badgering me for months now, saying you want to come on because you run a pole dance. There's a pole dancing club. What is it?
It's Jimmy. In the comedy night, it's called Jimmy O'Neill's Round the Pole. For reasons of ego, I had to stick my own name on the front of it.
See, I can't do stuff like that. That makes me uncomfortable putting my name and stuff.
I'm past that, kind of thing.
Good lad.
But basically, it's a kind of an old-school variety night. It's a mixture of mainstream, alternative comedy.
Now, when you say mainstream, do you mean racist?
No.
Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame.
Mainstream, as in this fella walked into a pub. We have people doing them kind of gags, but we also have alternative as well. The evening, I'll lay it out for you, Ian. Basically, starts off with a pole dancer who's not naked. I'll hasten to add, kind of thing.
But you can see enough.
Oh yeah, well, if you get your fivers out, you know what I mean. Things could change. But and then we have kind of like two kind of comedy singers, like the tragic people kind of thing. One's a fella called David Cartwright, and last month he dressed up as Susan Boyle.
Oh,
he did I Dreamed a Dream kind of thing. I spent an afternoon going around charity shops to find him his dress.
Jeez.
Kind of thing, you know what I mean? But we also have something called Car Boot Kev, who subverts songs, i.e. he did the Wigan version of Lady in Red, which is kind of the Lady in Red sung in a Wigan dialect.
Yeah.
Plus, we have three professional comedians on. Like Dave and Kev are kind of like stooges. We have Emma. I compare the evening. We have custard pies as well. There's a raffle.
Custard pies? What is this, 1976, Jimmy O'Neill, for God's sakes?
We're taking it back to the old school completely, you know what I mean? We have, it's like a mixture of Tiswas.
Yeah.
A cross between Tiswas and a show from the 70s called the Wheel Tappers and Shunters.
Oh, which they occasionally show from time to time on not Bravo, but one of those channels.
Is it or something? Oh no, is it I think it's Grenada Men and Motors. I think it is kind of thing.
Something like that, which is now that's great because we're in London. We're all very hoi polloi and hoity-toity, and we know we're quite sophisticated about our comedy. It's all very clever, very intellectual, very Stuart Lee, all of that kind of stuff. But we need more custard pies and bums.
Absolutely, you know what I mean. A lot of comedy these days is elitist, and you know what I mean. So there's a lot of references to certain books or films that some people might not have seen. I've seen many times at comedy club where people have been isolated because some comedians have been going on about something, and certain people don't understand it. But ours is so base and simple. It's like across the board. It might be so base and simple that some people think it look down upon it, kind of thing.
And you sure there's no racism?
No.
Then there's no jokes about disabled?
No, there's nothing like that. It's
You're missing a trick there.
It's slapstick, and it's just old school. I mean, when people say old school comedy and mainstream, they automatically think racist, but it's not really true. It's just basically, as you'll know yourself, Ian, alternative is more kind of talking about your laugh and entwining your laugh in it, whereas kind of mainstream could be like this fellow walks into a pub with a dog on his head or something, But it's like, but I think the two can be together, kind of thing.
Now, very quickly, Jimmy.
Okay.
Did I read something? There's a ghost in this club.
Well, basically, we've had the club exercise recently about because a few strange things happened, Ian, to the main performers. Emma, our dancer, breeds horses, kind of thing, and her stable collapsed on her and her arse in the same time. Exactly, and in the same time period, David Cartwright, the Susan Boyle impersonator, was broken. Somebody stole all his costumes, his dresses, and his laptop kind of thing. Alan, the DJ, Alan Mad Hatter, the DJ, had a car crash and narrowly escaped being seriously hurt. And I had a book of jokes, like material that I've had for 3 years, and that vanished in my car one day, kind of thing. I mean, it's only had three gags in it,
Yes.
It's a long time to copy.
And when you got The Exorcist in... Oh, hang on, I'm playing the wrong music. I'm playing... Hang on a second, I'm playing Halloween. I should be playing this. So when you got The Exorcist in...
We actually got a Wiccan high priestess called Ceridwen.
Yeah.
And basically, she came down, she had this little dagger thing, and the main thing of the ritual was they burned sage in all four corners of the room, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It actually smelled like an opium den when it was going on, but basically she said some incantations, and she burned sage all around the room, kind of thing, and basically dispelled the bad vibes or the bad karma that was...
The bad vibes?
That's the one.
Instead of a film called Poltergeist, you should have made a film called Bad Vibes.
That's the one.
There's Bad Vibes.
In a Wiccan version of Bad Vibes as well, kind of thing. It might be like mix it with Phoenix.
Davis, you believe? I don't believe in ghosts at all, but you believe in ghosts and stuff. You're into that kind of stuff.
I've had a couple of experiences which have been a little bit odd.
David's been fingered by a ghost.
I have.
Right, well, there's nothing wrong with that kind of thing, but hopefully we've exercised our demons, kind of thing, and we can move on to keeping the night chilly. And,
okay, so when's your next evening of bums and jokes?
It is a week from now. It's next Thursday.
Lovely.
The 28th of May.
Okay.
Stilettos, Wigan. We have a Facebook group.
Whoa! Hang on. Where's it at?
Stilettos.
Yeah!
All right.
Come on! That's a great name. I want to open a club called Stilettos.
Exactly, kind of thing.
Oh, even the name Stilettos has made me feel just a tiny, tiny little bit horny, because it sounds dirty. I bet you get dirty girls there, don't you?
It has. Well, I couldn't really say that kind of thing, because in case they're listening,
they do.
They probably wouldn't talk to me, you know.
Stilettos. Let's go down to Stilettos and get some hook. There's a Facebook group as well, is there?
Yes, round the pole kind of thing. There's the Facebook group if anyone about interested wants to have a mooch at what we're doing, and there's a website roundthepole.co.uk.
And is there a picture of your stripper on there?
There's a picture of me in my underpants holding a mouthful. You know what I mean?
Instantly not going to be looking at that. Jimmy, so next Thursday evening, thank you very much, that fella. Take care. Next time you're in London, give us a bell and I'll come and see you tell some jokes and stuff.
Okay, cheers, pal. Thank you.
Cheers, boss. Take care. Ta-ta. There we go. What a nice gentleman he is. What a nice stilettos. I'll put your fader down, Davis. He gave me the sign to say, put my fader down, eyes finished. Okay, there we go. That's that. I keep going to give out the phone number, but it's pointless. I mean, if you want to call up and speak to Davis now, for you, Sunday, for 3 days for us, but yeah, you can do, but... What would you... So you've got nothing to do on Sunday apart from play the tape of this out. So what do you do?
To read a paper or something?
Lost is finished now. Don't say what's happened because, in fact, we're just about to finish season 3 in my house.
Are you?
Apart from my idiot friend, Andy Khan, who's not my friend anymore, who sent me a text telling me what was in the box.
Yeah.
And I wrote back and said...
It was a great moment, though, when we found out.
Well, it wasn't great for me because I was stood outside Heathrow bloody airport, looking at my phone going, oh, you've... And I texted him back saying I've not seen it. He wrote back saying, oh, I hope I've not ruined it for you. Oh, well, yeah, of course you've ruined it. It's the end of the season.
That was it. Yeah, it was great, though. But everybody's seen it now. Because of Fandango.
We're still on season 3, so you've got to wait. Wait.
Yeah.
OK, the next song I'm going to play is... I love this song, Meatloaf, Dead Ringer for Love.
Excellent. You had that on a bed, actually. Oh, no, we had the other Meatloaf, another Meatloaf, Bat Out of Hell.
Yeah. But Dead Ringer for Love, it's great. It's a very sexy song, very sexy video.
Yeah.
Because the video, Cher is, like, still fitting it. And behind the bar, I remember this, I remember Paul Francis, who was a Christian, pointed this out, and it was quite shocking that he pointed this out. We're only about... What year was Dead Ringer for Love? Not 82?
Around about then,
so we're about 8 or 9 years old. And in the video, and they showed it on Top of the Pops, behind the bar is a poster of, I think, a naked woman, possibly topless, possibly just wearing very skimpy clothes. But even at that age, and that brief glimpse, it was enough to make me think, whoa. Oh, nowadays, kids have got it too easy to get, like... If you wanted porn, then, you had to glimpse a poster in the back of a Meatloaf video.
As a kid.
Or hunt around in some bushes and find... But now...
It's the internet, though, isn't it?
Well, all pop videos are pornos.
Oh, yeah.
At my most bored, I could be quite happy watching MTV if you get my drift. Do you know what I mean?
On Quiet Day. That's probably what you're doing on Sunday night, actually.
Encore and fois, sir. Meatloaf, Dead Ringer for Love. Thank you. Hang on a minute, I've forgotten how good this introduction was. Listen to this. This is.
I feel like you need this on a hotkey now. You're going to ask me to clip this for you.
No, I don't need any more hotkeys when I've got this.
Mama say, Mama sa, Mama kusa. Mama say, Mama sa, Mama kusa.
Hey, can you do it? Do it with yourself. Do it with yourself. Hit me ready. 3, 2, 1.
Mama say, Mama sa, Mama kusa. Mama say.
You got the timer wrong. Do it again. 3, 2, 1.
Mama say, Mama sa, Mama kusa. Mama say, Mama sa, Mama kusa.
And again.
Mama say, Mama sa, Mama kusa. Mama say, Mama sa, Mama kusa.
Fantastic. But listen to this. What a start to a song. And that, even for Meatloaf, that's quite rocky.
It is.
Because Bat Out of Hell's a great album, but it's still the softer side.
I think he lost it by the time he was not doing anything for love except that.
Bat Out of Hell too,
yeah,
wasn't
that's
it?
where it all kind of went
tits
up.
Oh, that was absolute pony. I think it went before that when he did an album of songs with Bonnie Tyler.
Yeah, that would ruin any career.
Anyway, enjoy it. I'll stop talking now. Enjoy this.
Iain Lee. Absolute Radio.
Tamata wakatangi hangi kuwe uo tamataya turi puka kapiki monga hora nuku poka wena wakatana tahu mata kuwai tanga nuru kawa mikitora.
Hi, this is Krista Berg, and without any doubt, my favourite radio caller is the one and only Rob Burnett.
Hi, this is Kim Wilde, and my favourite all-time radio caller is Rob Burnett.
Who would you go play for? Do you like playing computer games?
Hi, this is David Coverdale from Whitesnake.
Oh, son, or granddaughter, whichever it is. This is your granddad speaking. At the time of these records are being played now, I'm 59. And I want you to look after these like I've looked after them, so that one day you'll be as proud of your father as I am as proud of my son.
Can you tell that we've, after an hour of doing this, have run out of stuff already?
Yeah.
Never mind. I've broken a pencil. I'm in the wrong studio. It's, Hey, listen, if you've just tuned in, welcome. It's probably just after 11 o'clock for you, if we go to time, which we should be, because we're doing it with this. It's 4:45 on a Thursday evening. It's 4:45 on Thursday evening. Pop pickers. Pop pickers. It's 4:45 on a Thursday evening. But, you know, I'm bunking off. Which is, I've just had a text. I left my phone on. I've just had a text. That's very naughty of me. Hang on a second. Do you mind if I reply? I've got nothing better to do. Right. So, the way this is working is that throughout the week, various kind listeners have sent us their emails and their phone numbers and said, Ian, I'm free on a Thursday afternoon. If you want to give me a call, then you can, and we will talk about stuff. Now, it turns out that not everybody who's emailed us their phone numbers... So their phones are turned off when you're calling them.
Which is a little bit frustrating, as you can imagine.
Well, one guy, we phoned up and he said, I can't now, I'm busy. Everyone knows a lot of people's phones are turned off, so it's a little bit quiet on the phones, to say the least. So, whose fault was that? Not mine. Your fault, dear listener. It's your fault for ballsing this up. It don't matter. We've still got plenty of stuff to talk about. Davis and I can bang on about our holidays all the time. We've got the answer phone messages, which we'll play in this hour. And in the last half hour of the show, we will attempt to do a Triple M. I don't know how, but we'll have a go. Davis has queued up the next caller. He's He's Rob Burnett. Hello, Rob.
Yeah!
Yes, you were like in our... We've got an A list of callers, people we want to call that we know are good, a B list of those that aren't so good, and then a C list of if we get really desperate.
And a reserve C list.
You're in the reserve C list, Rob.
Hey, it's good to see Davis is feeling better.
Delicious.
Yes, how you feeling, man? You're all right?
I've been getting a lot of abuse from you on the answer phone messages.
Well, you weren't very well last week, and I was thinking if you want to leave...
Sorry.
If you don't want to be together, Davis, just say
I don't want to be with you.
You did.
I know there was a little bit of abuse. Ian, you started it last week. You said that I'd had something removed.
You'd lost a nut in a spinning incident.
That's right, yeah.
Rob, listen, I'm going to play the Fleetwood Macs.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about the topic, shall we?
Is it Looking Out for Love?
No, it's, hang on, what's this?
It's Big Love. Is it? Little Lies. Everywhere.
No, I tell you what, can we have Go Your Own Way?
Can you have it?
Can we? Let's have
a choice in it?
Let's have Go Your Own Way, because I can't stop playing that song.
So, you have to come in and queue it up.
Okay. Well, we could have edited this. No, let's keep it. Let's not edit this. Let's keep this in. Let's do this.
Oops!
Yeah, don't be a dick, though, Rob. Don't abuse the vague trust we've put in you here.
Okay.
God, this is going to make sense.
Well, I've got to finish working.
I'm going to edit this out, right?
No, keep it in. You might as well keep it in.
Awful radio.
You edit out the swearing in the first hour.
I'm starting work here. I need to get out.
Which one was it? Go Your Own Way?
Go Your Own Way. I can't stop singing that song. It's wonderful.
Go your
own way. Go your own way. You can call it a
Which one do you want it in? 1, 2, 3.
A lovely day.
I'm going to see if we can adopt Lindsay Buckingham, the show. I'm going to write him an email and just see if he'll let us adopt him.
For
the show. No, for the show. For the show, we can have him.
Can we get Richard Fairbrass to write Said Fred as well?
We'll probably end up getting him because we ain't going to get Buckingham. Rob, stay there. We'll speak to you after this.
Peace.
Good lad. Ta-ta. You can go your own way.
You big gay.
Oh, all right, mate. Just ruined the song there. You ruined the end of the song.
Sorry.
So it's one of my favourite songs. I love that song. I can't get enough.
What's your second favourite
Killed
song?
it.
Hey, Davis, where's that Fleetwood Mac compilation you promised me 6 weeks ago, and that stopped me buying Rumours because you promised me the compilation?
Well, we haven't seen each other 3 weeks.
Right, we've seen each other now.
Okay, well, you'll have it next week.
There we go. Absolute balls.
Sounds nice.
Absolute balls. He's delicious, he is. The lady's not in this afternoon, but... when I was on holiday, Davis, I took a book with me.
Yeah.
And I wrote down. I got a whole 2 pages of notes and topics, and that's gold. Yeah. It's all gold.
I was writing some stuff down on holiday as well.
None of it's gold like this, but in there I've got
none of it's gold.
None of it's gold like this. This is all
brilliant.
gold. But in one of them, I've just put down Davis is not called Davis. He is now Delicious.
Yeah.
It's official now. If I don't call you Delicious, then someone phone in and reprimand me. Anyway, Rob Bonet, what are you doing on a Thursday afternoon, sir?
I'm sat at work
Yes.
in my office, having to listen to that awful bloke that has the fake studio audience.
Oh, what's his name? Steve Wright?
That's the man. I can say his name.
Steve Wright. You can say Steve Wright's name, of course. I love. I stole factoids once in another life. I stole factoids because it was such a lazy, rubbish piece of radio. I said, right, we're going to have factoids. We're going to do it.
If he can do it,
we got in really big trouble. We got in really big. You cannot steal factoids.
Really?
But I was saying, we've stolen this from Steve Wright. We're doing it, and we were kind of spoofing it a bit. And we got in very big trouble for stealing factoids.
At least you gave him the credit, though.
We gave him the credit. Credit where credit's due. Yes. So, Rob, OK, let's go through the topics that we've got for you this evening.
Yes.
What certificates have you got?
I've got my 800 swimming.
Yes.
And I've got various health and safety ones.
Yes. Have you really? You have, haven't you?
Yeah, he's the health and safety man.
Jeez.
Yes.
Have you had to do anything with the swine flu?
Yeah, loads. Do you want to know
He's been passing it on.
interesting fact?
Yeah, I'd love to. I suspect I'm not going to hear one, but go on.
Well, the thing is, out there, when they do the statistics, they just keep adding people on, but they never say, like if you got it,
Yeah.
so that's one person, then Davis catches it, but you're better,
Yeah.
they still count it as two people.
So how many people are better now, and how many people have actually got it?
Well, they reckon it's only like 20% of the people that they're counting.
It's all balls. I knew it was balls. It's like
is.
SARS. It's like the flesh-eating virus.
Bird flu.
It's like the bird flu. It's
The
like the
foot and
plague.
mouth.
Oh no, the plague was quite serious actually, wasn't it? Yeah.
The lurgy.
The lurgy, the fleas.
Influenza.
It's all of those things, but people
The
don't.
clap.
It's all a myth. Just go out and do it with whoever you want and shake hands. Go and do it with a Mexican. Go on. Go on. Make love to a Mexican. That's what I say.
With a big tash.
Yeah, why the hell not? OK, I'm not going to ask you about why our majority of male stewards on aeroplanes are homosexuals. I don't want you to discuss that with me.
Tight trousers.
OK, there we go.
Childhood.
Ah, here we go. Can you play the wine glasses?
I've never tried.
We know when
is this
people
what
do
you were
that.
doing on holiday?
You know that?
Yeah.
I want to say, there's a name for it. It's like phrenology, but that's not it. That's when you feel people's heads. But I want someone to come in one night and play the wine glasses.
With different water on different levels, so it makes different pitches.
You don't have to tell them. I'm assuming that the person I'm talking to knows
they'll
how
know,
to
yeah,
do
of
it.
course,
Yeah, they'll know
that's
how to
true.
do it. It's the most magic. It's like hearing the sound of the haunted spirits of Loch Lomond. I don't know where that is.
You spend a lot of time up in Scotland.
I do spend a lot of time up in Scotland revisiting the old heritage. But so if anyone is listening to this, don't phone in now because this is pre-recorded. Although you could phone in and give your details to David. Phone in next week. Phone in next Sunday would be good. Or email me, Iain. What is my email? I never know my email.
Iain.lee
Yeah.
at absoluteradio.co.uk.
Iain.lee at absoluteradio.co.uk. If you can play the wine glasses with your fingers or any other part of your anatomy would be wonderful. And also, Rob.
Yeah.
Yeah. So are we keeping you from something?
No, I'm good.
You've got to get out to the factory.
Okay, could you be a bit more try and be as enthusiastic as you are on a Sunday.
Yeah!
Turn it down a little bit.
Boom!
Okay, so next week I'm thinking of doing like a DVD a film commentary to a film. So I'm going to bring in a film. That's all right. There we go. I had to dump you there, Rob, because you swore. I think they're showing that on Saturday.
Oh, they are showing it on Saturday, yeah.
Yeah. I think they are showing.
Sorry,
you swore there, so I had to dump you. So just be careful.
Okay.
We can yes. So, but I'm thinking of showing a film. Of me watching like a film, like Star Trek 4 or something, on a laptop.
King Ralph.
Oh, I went to the pictures to see King Ralph. Can you believe that?
Spaceballs, the movie.
It's a lot like Fight Club, King Ralph, when you look at it.
Yeah, there's a lot of similarities. But watching it on the computer and getting everyone at home to watch it at the same time, so we're all watching it. And then we'll play like records and stuff, and then we'll come back and have phone calls. And then we'll go, oh, look, this is the bit when Spock knocks the dude out on the
So we'll start
bus.
the movie, say, at 10:10.
Yeah.
Perfect, yeah.
Yeah, okay, but so maybe we'll do that next week. Let's talk about it in the weeks. We'll do that in 2 weeks. We'll do that in 2.5 weeks, 2 weeks. Well, was there anything you wanted to contribute to this rather dry, flaccid show?
Our chip shop started selling sandwiches.
Well, thanks for calling, Rob.
See you, delicious.
There we go. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. So, we'll play the answer phone messages, I think, in a minute because it's a slow one. Oh, we've got Catatonia next road rage. She was on. I like her. She's nice. She was on. Ages ago, I saw her on. Don't forget your lyric. Don't forget the lyrics.
Don't forget the lyrics.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
she was on that. I felt sorry for her because I think she's beautiful, and I think she's very talented. And she was on some rubbish program with Shane Ritchie.
And did she get her own song? Did she pick her own song?
I think she did at one point. I
hope she knew the lyrics.
I don't think she forgot those lyrics. We'll have Catatonia followed by your answer phone messages after the end of this.
If all you've got to do today.
No, that's not right.
Iain Lee.
Iain Lee.
Absolute
Radio.
Okay, so good evening. If you're listening on if you're listening on Sunday, good evening, and it's 4:05. 4:05. I can't do it this time of the day. This is weird.
Yeah, it does feel weird.
When we filled in for Jeff, it was just odd doing it. That was different because it was more paced because there was more music and news and travel and da la la. But trying to do this, I'm trying to capture.
Pre-recording stuff is weird anyway.
I'm trying to capture the Sunday night vibe. 5:05 on a Thursday afternoon, and I can't do it. The way this was going to work was lots of you have emailed in with your phone numbers and said, yes, I'm free on a Thursday afternoon and you can call me up. A lot of you have turned your phones off or aren't around, so it's going to sound a bit sparse when we play back, but we have got a couple of callers lined up, which is excellent news. We've got, let's just get this, Smudge, good evening, Smudge.
It's cool for cats.
Yes.
Cool for cats.
Yes, Smudge.
Is that Ben?
No, this is Ian, Smudge.
Ben Jones.
No, this isn't.
The answer is Tease Me.
Okay.
The number one.
Yep.
For the Chakademus in Players competition.
Yes.
Tease me.
Tease me till I lose control. Tease me in my body to my very soul. Yeah, okay, well you've
won.
That's it. You've won, Smudge.
Yes, come on.
Alrighty. Congratulations.
What have I won, Ben?
You've won the satisfaction of knowing that you got the answer right before everybody else, Smudge.
That's not what you just said on radio, though, is it?
No, what did I just say on radio?
Ben, you just said that I'd be like winning something like, like one of them money can't buy competition things.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, you've won a Lamborghini. The car.
Wow. I'm taken aback. I'm not used to those kind of prizes from Absolute.
Well, in that case, we can not give it to you then if you don't want it.
No, I'm not too fancy for me, it is.
Okay, then we'll settle with just the satisfaction of getting the answer right, Smudge.
No, this is not Ben, then.
No, this is Ian. We're doing...
You said it's Ian.
Yeah, this is Ian.
But Ben's on now, isn't he?
Oh, Smudge. That reminds me, I've got to do another
film club.
Which is I'm filming a sitcom next week. We start filming next week. I'm getting a little bit nervous. We had a rehearsal. We had some rehearsals.
Are you allowed to say anything about it?
Yeah, I didn't get any laughs. I can say that much. Adam Buxton got a load of laughs. He did. Didn't get a silver Sony award though. It's called The Scum Also Rises. If you want to get tickets, you can on the internet somehow. I'm not quite sure how, but there's like a website and you can get tickets and stuff to come and see it. We're filming Thursdays and stuff, so that's very exciting. Anyway, I'm going to play this next song for Fandangle because this is the kind of song. I won't say kind of crap because a lot of people, but the kind of song that she'd like. Oh, it is awful, but it's good awful, isn't it? We do like this. Get ready for it, Alan. Alan, take it away.
Unbelievable.
Yes, my friend. You ever done this one at the karaoke, Alan?
No, not Tchaikovsky.
So, it's Mozart. Are you going to be doing karaoke this coming Sunday, or are you knocked down the head?
I've already been to the karaoke, mate.
Oh, now Alan is being cleverer than us. OK. What Alan is doing is pretending that it is Sunday. Very clever. Very clever, Alan. OK, well, let's do that. OK, let's pretend it's Sunday, shall we? Just for this call.
I've seen Alan Caddick on YouTube.
I've not seen that yet. I've not seen it.
Yeah.
What are you doing on YouTube, Alan?
Well, you know John Wells?
John Wells. Did I go to school with him? From what?
He listens to the show as well.
I don't know him. I don't know everybody who listens to the show, if I'm honest, Alan, no.
He actually got to meet me face to face.
Hey! And it's on YouTube, is it? Hello? Hello?
Ian?
Yes?
Just type in Alan Caddick on the search bar,
Yes?
and the first video could be John Wells meets Alan Caddick.
Fantastic. And did you make love? Alan?
Ian, I've had about 465 hits so far.
Is this really Alan Caddick, or is this a soundboard?
No, this is really me.
Then why are you ignoring nearly all of my questions apart from that one? And hopefully this one?
Sorry, Ian, it's the signal, but
Okay.
it's a signal.
Okay. So you want to pretend that it's Sunday evening to make it more authentic. And maybe that's what we should have done, is we should have got all the callers to pretend that it's Sunday evening. That's what we should have done. And I can see the flaw in the plan now. Instead of saying it's Thursday, we should have just said it's Sunday. All right.
We were being too honest.
Oh, okay, so Alan, okay. First of all, okay, so what are you doing tonight?
I'm going to be going to the karaoke.
Well, no, this will be going out about 11:30. So you've probably been to the karaoke, have you?
Yeah, I've been to the karaoke and now I'm just making myself a cup of tea while I'm listening to the show.
And what do you think you might have sang at the karaoke?
The Ying Tong song by the Goons.
Yeah, well done. Okay, but today, what are you doing on the Thursday?
With me, I'll be getting ready for a quiz night.
Okay. Oh, so you're going to go to quiz night tonight, are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I hope you do well. Maybe next Sunday you can tell us how you got on tonight at the quiz night. I'm getting confused with this. This is blowing my... This is like watching Lost. I'm getting confused.
Emily, what topics have we got for tonight?
Okay.
Sunday.
Okay, the first question for tonight, Sunday, Thursday, whatever. What certificates have you got, Alan?
I've got my ASA 50-metre swimming award.
Wow, okay. So if you were on a ship and it sank and it was 50 metres away from the shore, you'd be okay.
Yep.
51 metres away, you could be in trouble.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you do the thing where you have to swim in your pyjamas?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, that was good, that was. Did you do that, Dave?
Yeah, and pick up a brick.
I couldn't do the brick.
Plastic brick.
Can't go underwater.
Oh, of course, your face.
I don't like get my face wet, and I don't have the capacity. I think maybe I've got a hole in my lung or something. I don't have the capacity to make myself heavy to go down.
yeah,
I don't
you
know how
might
you do it. How do you do that?
Me?
No, you have to get rid of all of the air. And then you sink.
Maybe I haven't got a hole in my lung then.
No.
Alan, can you make yourself heavy in the water?
Yeah, I can manage that. What I managed to do is I took a deep breath and I just dunked in, and the trick is to bend your knees when you're underwater.
I can't jump into water. I can't do that.
No, because then you get your face wet.
Can't jump into water. I have to climb in very, very slowly at my pace. Thank you very much. I will set the pace of how I get into the water, and no one will. I cannot jump in water. Can't do it. I can't do it. Oh, it's made me uncomfortable. Okay.
And when you're in the water, you bend your knees.
So you're in the water and you bend your knees,
Yeah.
and that makes you go down.
Yeah.
Does it really?
I don't think that's right, Alan. I think you just dive down, or
You just made that up, haven't you?
No, I haven't.
All right, calm down. Don't get shopping. Okay. Why? Well, I am going to ask this question because I'm genuinely interested. It sounds like I'm going for a cheap laugh, and we'll see how it goes. And if it gets cheap laughs, then we'll stop it because I don't want it to be offensive. But why are the majority of stewards on aeroplanes homosexuals? There's ladies and there's homosexuals. You very rarely, and I think this is a fact. I think it's a fact. I don't know, maybe, but very rarely do you get like a big butch bloke. Do you want a cup of tea? You don't get that, do
That's
you?
exactly right. I don't think people want to be scared.
No, I'm not scared of big butch blokes. But just
no, I don't think people want to get a tea or coffee in a sort of aggressive manner.
No, you're right. You're right. But I can serve tea in a non-aggressive way, and I'm not a homosexual. And
Sure.
honestly, it sounds like I'm going for a cheap laugh. I'm not. I've been on so many planes the last few weeks, And it just struck
maybe it's
me
the
as-
snowball effect. Maybe it started off as, you know, maybe a lot of gay men did it,
Yeah.
and then it got the stigma, and therefore no
Well,
straight men want to do
there
it.
is a stigma. There are some straight men that do it, and not very attractive women. Women that they're like the makeup women in Boots. You know, where they look. You
I
glimpse them.
think you've got to be very careful what you say here, because we may have some hostesses listening.
Well,
you've said that most of them are ugly.
Well, they
and
are.
cake themselves in makeup.
They are. It's like it is like the makeup women in Boots and Selfridges. You walk past them, you think, well, they're good looking. Then you look at them close and think, oh, you're orange. It's a weird thing. Alan, any thoughts?
Well, I've never been on a plane before, Ian.
Whoa!
Here we go.
Whoa! Hang on a second, mate.
I almost wish this was live now.
You've never been on a plane before?
That's right.
What, is there a reason for that?
It's because of me dad. He's scared of flying.
Okay. Would you... Alan, listen, I'm going to play the Monkees.
Which one?
David Believer.
Good choice.
Yes, good choice, isn't it? And then when we come back, can you stay on the line for a few minutes, or what time have you got to go off to the quiz night? I mean, it's 5:20 now, so what time have you got to go to the quiz night?
Well, I've got to be there for around 8.
Okay, so you've got a few minutes. So we play the Monkees, then we'll come back and we'll talk about this flying thing.
Okay.
Good lad, thank you. Unbelievable. The show has started, dear listener. Welcome to the show.
Oh, I could hide neath the wings.
No, that's not right.
Ian Lee.
Ian Lee.
Absolute
Radio.
Okay, so I'm watching the Alan Caddick video on YouTube, and that's what you look like, is it, Alan?
That's right, Ian.
That's a very smart shirt you're wearing there.
Thank you.
No, very smart. And had you recently had your hair cut?
No, letting it grow.
Oh, okay. Yes, I've got my hair cut today, and I'm regretting it. I was letting it grow, and then I got it cut quite short, and I'm a little bit...
How much was it?
How much did it cost?
Yeah.
£40, my haircuts. How much was yours?
About £7.
There we go, well done. How much are your haircuts, Davis?
They're free.
What? How come?
My girlfriend's a hairdresser.
Oh, yeah!
Hello.
Cheeky. So, Alan, you've never been on an aeroplane?
That's right.
Would you want to go on an aeroplane?
Yes, I would. I would love to go to New York.
Well, all right, come.
That's covered your plan.
Yeah, come on. Alan, where do you live?
In Birmingham.
In Birmingham. All right, there's an airport in Birmingham, I think, isn't there? There's an airport.
There's
Birmingham
yes,
International.
So supposing, like, one day, and this is only supposing because I've not checked the prices yet, and if it's, you know, if we start getting silly money, then you can get stuff. But supposing one day I came to Birmingham, met you at Birmingham International Airport, we got a flight, you and me, that I pay for to Manchester or Glasgow or something.
Yeah.
Had lunch at the airport there and then came straight back.
Yeah, that sounds great.
We could keep it topical and stick it on expenses.
Oh, yeah, we go. We write it off, exactly. We would, and what we could do is I would pay for it and we'd probably film it for YouTube and record it and get a little podcast out of it.
Yeah.
Would you be up for that?
I would.
All right, well, let me do some investigation, Alan. I don't want to promise anything, because if, you know, I don't know what flights... Birmingham might be one of those ones you can't get to anywhere apart from Abu Dhabi, and we're not going to Abu Dhabi.
Or
Magaluf. We're not going anywhere foreign. Apart from Glasgow's as foreign as we're going to get if we do it. Let me have a look at it, Alan, and we'll see what we can do. You promise you won't cry like a baby?
No, I won't.
And if the plane crashes, which it can do, your family won't sue me?
No, they won't.
Okay.
I think we'll get the lawyer on that disclaimer
We
again.
got Ian.
What?
What other topics have we got for Sunday?
Okay, well, for Sunday Night Show, we've also got... I've made investigations about twinning... David's as well, delicious.
I've just seen the email, actually.
I'm twinning the show with a country... With a city. Not a country, with a city. And we're trying to twin it with the city of Bernay in Texas. And I've sent a very nice email. Would you like to read the email
I
out?
did, I've just got it in front of me.
It's a good email. It's to the
It's a good email, if you say so yourself.
It's to, like, the city chief or something.
M. Steele.
Yeah.
His name's M. Steele. City of Bernay.
This is a good email. I wrote this. Go on.
Hello, Michael. Hello, Michael. My name is Ian Lee. I present a radio show on the UK radio station Absolute Radio. It goes out in the UK on Sunday nights from 10 p.m. until 1 a.m.
Yeah.
I have a strange request. I'd like to twin my radio show with your city. The reason for this is we have a caller whose surname, Bernay, and we would love to have the city be part of our show. I've never twinned anything with anything before.
I haven't. I've never have done. I don't know how you do it.
And I'm at a slight loss as to how to go about it. Would there be someone on your staff who'd be willing to come on the air and discuss your beautiful city and how we might go about doing the twinning thing that I mentioned earlier? I've chosen you out of all the people listed on your site because you're the city manager and them's big boots, Mike. We're already calling him Mike. It starts off Michael. You've even got colloquial with him.
Yeah. So we're going to we're trying to twin this show with the City Bernay.
I thought it wise to go straight to the top.
Yeah.
Thank you. In anticipation, sir, thank you.
No messing around there. No messing around there.
So we're going to try and twin Bernay with
So
the
we're
city.
following that up. Alan.
Ian.
Here's another. Oh, you can't play the wine glasses, can you?
I might be able to.
Well, can you?
I think you can or you can't.
I've tried, but it was a disaster.
So that's a no then.
That's a no.
Stop wasting my time talking about it then.
What other topics have we got?
Well, the last one we've got is tipping. My holiday abroad was ruined by tipping, by the anticipation of how much I tipped to whom and to when I tipped them and what for. In India, we had to tip. Everything was paid for, right? But we had like guides and a driver for the week, and we got a little sheet from the agency saying, you don't have to tip them; they're paid for. If you want to tip them, this is what we recommend.
Why are we giving all this gold away on a pre-recorded show?
I know it is gold. Well, you know, people can phone in next week and talk about it as well. But you don't have to tip them. But if you want to tip them, then you can do. But this is what we recommend. So Alan, then I felt guilty because I had to tip these people. So I spoke to the guide about how much I should tip the driver, and I said, "Oh, the company have recommended I tip this amount." And he went, "The company lie. You should pay twice that." So every day I had to tip someone, Alan, and felt very uncomfortable about it.
Oh dear.
Yeah, not really. And then I had to tip a man. I had to tip a guy who I didn't really get on with, and he was trying to rush us around and not show us stuff. And when has tipping ruined your life, Alan?
Well, every time when I go to a restaurant, a famous restaurant, am I allowed to name names?
Are you going to say something bad about them?
No, it's about the tipping.
Well, then you can name them, yeah.
It was Pizza Hut.
Oh, I love Pizza Hut.
I tell you, their buffets are good.
Their botties?
No, buffet.
Oh, the butter.
No, the buffet.
Oh, I do love a buffet. Anyway, yes, go on.
Anyway, when they give the bill...
Yes.
They would expect a tip. I mean, they would expect like a £5 tip and all that, but I usually leave them $2.50.
Yeah. And has it ruined the meal because you're anticipating the tipping point? Oh, it's clever. That.
No, I mean, the waitresses seem to expect the tip.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's customer discretion on how much they like to tip.
Sodom! In Japan is brilliant, because if you leave money after your meal, the waiter comes rushing after you, and they don't know. No one tips anyone. It's all included in the... Put it in the price!
I know!
Yeah. You may have said this already.
Take some lessons from the Japanese.
Sorry, David? You may have said this already because I was on the phone, but in America, it's an extra $1 for every drink you buy. You have to put $1 on the bar after you get a drink.
Screw that. No, you don't.
Well,
they say you do. Stuff them. Up yours, Dolores, is my message. They've got something in my mouth. I don't want to know.
And also, talking about Japan here...
Yes, Alan.
In a cinema, do you know what the biggest compliment they can give a film is? Absolute silence.
I thought it was waving their genitals at the screen. Have I got that wrong? Because that's what I did when we were over there. Oh dear, that's made it. Alan, listen, I think maybe we should have left it at the aeroplane, but I will investigate that. Good luck at the quiz tonight, and have fun at the karaoke on Sunday.
Okay, Ian.
Cheers, my dears. Ta-ta.
Okay, bye.
There we go. What a lovely gentleman. Oh, what a lovely gentleman. No! We're on a roll here. We got another call. We got Stuart too. Hello, Stuart.
Hello, how are you, mate?
I'm very, very well, man. Thank you very much for letting us call you on a Thursday afternoon, pretending it's a Sunday evening. It's much appreciated. It's a little bit weird. And I think for a few, like about 3 minutes with Alan, we caught the Sunday night magic. We just had it. And then it slipped through our fingers and it's a boring Thursday afternoon show again. Never mind. What can we do for you, my friend?
Can I just say, Alan, you tight wad. When I go out to a restaurant, I tip at least a £5.
Yeah. Well, you're supposed to tip... Hang on a minute. I don't want to get all, LBC on our ass, but there are kind of rules around this, aren't there? You're supposed to tip... Is it like 12%? 15%, I think the tip is these days. So, if your meal is £50, then that's £7.50. £7.50.
Yes, exactly.
That's a big tip. I couldn't tip.
Well, depending, like, if I've had, like, a really nice waitress and, like, she's really friendly and that, I'll give her, like, a 10.
What you mean is if she's been showing a bit of bum and a bit of knocker. If she's been bending over extra low as she serves her dumplings. That's what you mean, isn't it, Stuart?
Well, I drop the fork and I say,
I beg your pardon. He said fork. He said fork. We're okay. We're in the clear there. I
took the fork on the floor and go, oh, by the way, you've got to pick that up. And she bent over and I have a look.
You're abusing her with your eyes, aren't you, Stuart? And there's nothing wrong with that. Oh, no, there's plenty wrong with it. It's wrong. It's a bad thing. I just, yes?
And I'm not very happy with you.
Oh, here we go.
When I was in desperate need of some comfort and a laugh, you were swanning yourself off on holiday.
We had Chris Addison.
Because he's rubbish and worse than Tony Blackburn, and that's worse.
Oh, no, all right, OK, I'll pick up on two things. I didn't hear Chris Addison, so I don't know if he was any good on the radio, but I do think he's a very funny gentleman. I'm a big fan of his stand-up. Tony Blackburn's brilliant, though, Stuart, and I'm not... Yeah, he's a... Tony Blackburn is...
his own backside.
He's not, he's flipping... Have you ever met Tony Blackburn?
No.
Tony Blackburn is one of the nicest, friendliest gentlemen you could ever meet, ever, in your life. Forget that he's been on telly and on the radio. He is one of the nicest human beings you could ever meet, OK? So that's one thing. And his radio style may seem a little bit old-fashioned and a little bit dated and...
Like you.
Well, sorry?
Like you.
No, shut up. Mine's cutting edge, and I'm the forward-thinking thrust of radio. But Tony Blackburn's style might seem a little old-fashioned now, but he invented that style. He invented that style.
He chats rubbish half the time.
So, that's his job. I chat rubbish for 3/4 of the time. Tony Blackburn is brilliant at chatting rubbish.
Davis does it a lot, though.
Oh, Davis is terrible. Delicious is awful. No. Davis, you'd agree. Delicious, you'd agree that Tony Blackburn, yay or nay? What would you say?
Well, I'll be really honest with you. I've never listened to any of his radio shows.
You've never heard Tony Blackburn?
No. I mean, I don't know his style.
He listens to this show.
Does he?
He listens to this show. His
Hi,
daughter
Tony.
is a big fan.
Hello, Tony.
But listen, you don't have to suck up to him just because he's listening.
No, I'm not sucking up to him. Just saying a big
But
shout.
you've never heard any Tony Blackburn?
No, I'm not really that bothered.
What was that, Stuart?
He's sucking up to him.
He said sucking. I panicked then.
Yes,
It doesn't matter. We can cut these out if people swear. Yeah. He is sucking up. You got what?
I got dumped while you were on holiday and I needed some comfort.
You needed a shoulder to cry on. We all know that stuff.
Why did your boyfriend dump you, Stuart?
No, your boyfriend. No, my girlfriend. She said, she used the classic line, it's not you, it's me.
You should have said, damn right, it's you.
Yeah.
And walked off.
Yeah. I turned around and said, it's damn right, you stupid fat...
OK, all right, steady on now. That's OK, but there's no need to... Maybe that's why she dumped you, Stuart, because you kept calling her stupid fat bint. Oh, what was that? It's like you had a laugh in a box there. Well, this music should cheer you up, Stuart. Yeah? OK.
So what are you going to do now, Stuart, now you're a single man?
Cry, he's going to sort of cry like that. Stuart, listen, you sound like an unattractive, strange, geeky, weird boy, but you're single now. Go out there, play the field, go on the internet, look at pornography, sleep with prostitutes and don't feel guilty. Go to Stilettos up north and pick up some tarts. The world is your oyster.
Forks on the floor for the waitress.
Keep dropping forks on the floor. Yeah. A friend of mine, listen to this, right? A friend of mine used to do that. Used to drop forks on floors in restaurants. He did it in one restaurant. He ended up marrying the waitress.
Oh.
Yeah, I've made that up, Stuart, because it's a really weird thing to do. What you're doing.
And?
Yeah, thanks for calling. There we go. Beautiful. And now for some cheery music. We're getting there. We can cut out the flabby bits of the Alan Caddick call, cut out Stuart's call. I think we'll have a good show for Sunday night.
Drinking in the morning sun,
sauce. I am a grocery bag. Salsa and pickles and organic grain. I am a grocery bag. Fresh coffee and bagels, pudding and soap, baby formula and ham. I am a grocery bag.
Absolute Radio.
こんにちは。こんにちは。こんにちは。
Well, we're getting there. It's 5:41. We were supposed to start recording this bang on 3 o'clock, and then we couldn't get into the studio, so then we said, right, we're going to start recording it bang on at 3:30 o'clock, and then we did, and we didn't press record and play. It's just that's a simple thing. But we didn't press record, so we ended up starting at about 19 minutes.
Are we okay for time for you? Because you've got to run off.
I need to shoot off as soon when we... Yes, of course we're okay for time. I've got to do it, so it's fine. But I'm going to go and see them recording. Have I got news for you this evening? Which will be, I'm guessing it's going to be... What's it going to be? It's all going to be...
So it's going to be an expenses special.
It's going to be expenses, Gurkhas...
Might be something to do with the speaker as well. He's in trouble, isn't he?
Yeah, it could be speaker expenses, Gurkhas... and probably Jordan and Peter Andre. That's
that's the hot news, isn't it?
That's the hot news this week. So it means good though. On Sunday, it means there'll be lots of pictures of her in the paper with her norks out, which is going to be fantastic.
A single woman again.
Well, hey, I met her once. She's very pretty in the face. But those bazookas are just they're ridiculous, aren't they?
If she turns around, you duck.
Yeah. They're ridiculous. But she's a very pretty face. But hey, who gives us... Hey, do you think it's genuine, Davis? Do you think they've genuinely split up, or is it
plastic? Oh, sorry.
No, not the...
no.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't really care.
Don't know, don't care. Don't know, don't... Well, that's the showbiz element that we thought we'd toy with. If you're listening, thank you very, very much. It's appreciated. I couldn't even bother to come in... tonight for you, Sunday, 3 days for me. This is pre-recorded. I believe this is the first time ever. We're not making such a big fanfare out of this one as we did with the wrestling. It's not such a thing to be proud of. We think it's the first ever phone-in show that's been pre-recorded. And
we're pushing boundaries.
We are pushing boundaries, and we think we know why it's never been done before. Little bit flat. It's a little bit flat. But, a few things I've got to mention, actually. We can do some... what lesser radio stations will call housekeeping. Barry from Watford is, although he's not banned from the show, but we've just agreed that he's not going to call in probably till September. Oh, my contract runs out in September, so...
Is it gone to September now? I thought it was August.
Well, August, September. It's the
late summer.
Late spring, early winter. But he's doing a show. He's doing a live show. Why would anyone want to go and see... An old man, he's doing a live show at the This is genuine, by the way. At the Watford Palace Theatre on Friday the 12th of June. I'm going to go. I'm going. I think I'm going. And you can get tickets to see him talking about stuff and probably wetting himself on stage by going to the watfordpalacetheatre.co.uk. Watfordpalacetheatre.co.uk. Or you can phone 01923 22 5671. 01923 22 5671 is the telephone number. Hey, while we're doing plugs, my band are playing on the 20th of July. Yeah.
Whereabouts?
At the Water Rats in King's Cross.
Nice. Yeah.
Come down and see us, kids. All sung in Japanese. It's the last gig with our Japanese singer. She's leaving.
So you're recruiting a new singer?
That's what I can fill time with. We genuinely need, this is absolutely true, I need a Japanese female singer whose Japanese is hot to look at and sings in Japanese. This is true. We need, if you think you fit the bill, what's my email address?
Iain.lee@absoluteradio.co.uk.
Thank you. Don't phone in the show because I'm not here now. Davis is in, and you can phone up and talk to Davis if you want on the Sunday night.
You could go down to the Japan Centre down the road and see if you could scout there.
The Japan Centre is brilliant.
Yeah,
it's brilliant. We're all very good. I will go down there, actually. But if you're a Japanese girl who can sing, or you know someone who can sing, it's like rock and pop and stuff. We do Jet by Wings in Japanese.
Oh, brilliant.
We do Detroit Rock City by Kiss in Japanese. We've got a horn section, and we need a singer. So, what's the email address again?
It's Iain.lee@absoluteradio.co.uk.
IAIN.absoluteradio.co.uk. Then send us a message. OK, so it's the last hour of the show, 6:45 by my time, which probably means it's about 10 past midnight in your time. We should hopefully be able to get some calls racked up. Before that, here's the Blondies and their song, The Heart of Glass. See, when it's not, like, live,
you start sounding like...
I sound like a DJ, like Tony Blackburn. So, I can't...
Who I've never heard before.
Can't do it. You've never heard it. I'm going to bring in a tape of Tony Blackburn next Sunday and play it
I'm sure you...
I'm sure. I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. I will. I'm sure. Hey, I tell you what might be fun. Will it work? Oh, it's just going to confuse people. It's going to confuse people, but let's do it. Can we get a caller, Davis? The next person that comes up, well, we'll speak to Merchant again. The next person, tell them to pretend that the show isn't recorded. Will that work, or is that going to be confusing?
Tell them it's live.
Get them. I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, so
get them to say to me that the show is live.
Okay.
Because then that will confuse people who've just tuned in and won't know what's going on. So I'll speak to Merchant, then see if we can get someone to come and have a go at me. Merchant is back. Merchant, thank you very, very much. We're running slightly low on calls, but we've got you on, which is good news.
Good news, very much, stranger.
Stranger. What are you having for your tea tonight, Merchant?
Well, I haven't really thought about tea because I'm doing my creative writing coursework.
Oh, okay. So what are you writing, Merchant?
I'm writing a nice gothic horror story.
Oh, gothic horror story, yeah.
Aye,
Jim lad.
Aye.
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 Ah.
I think I usually get off the eyes now.
Yes, we should do. I'm just trying to get the next song queued up. Do you want Blur or do you want Marmaduke Duke?
I think I might go for Blur, actually.
Okay, we'll have Blur. Which will be good. Okay, so, hey, listen, do you want to mess with people's minds, Merchant?
I like manipulating.
You like doing what?
Manipulating.
Manipulating. Okay, let's, okay, so what we're going to do, because, okay, and I don't know if this is going to work. This might be like the end of season 5 of Lost. So it's 10 to 6, right?
Right.
Okay, when we're doing this, but it's probably about 10 past, quarter past... midnight on Sunday night. So how about we confuse people even more and pretend that this isn't pre-recorded and that this is live?
Aye.
Okay, let's do it. Hang on a second. Oh, come on. Hang on a second. There we go.
Will we require another stranger to do this?
We require another stranger to do this. Hang on a second. Let's try.
Probably the naughty one.
No, we don't want Mr. We're not calling Mr. Naughty up this evening.
What about the one from Planet Kensington?
Yes, no, no, she's not. We're not doing it. Well, let's try. Dawn.
Hello.
Dawn, could you do us a favour?
What's that?
We're going to try and confuse people. Hang on a second. That line's not very good, so I'm just going to try and put you on. If I put you on the same line as the Merchant, I wonder if that'll work. Dawn, are you there?
I'm here, yeah.
Okay, this line isn't very good. Hang on. Hang on a second. Let's. I'm going to have to put you there because that's not. Okay, right, Dawn. So listen, Dawn.
Yes.
Now we all know it's just gone 10 minutes to 6 on Thursday, but could you throw some doubt into people's minds and pretend that this is now live on the Sunday night?
I could try. What can I do?
Okay. Well, what are you watching? Have you been watching any telly or anything today?
No, it's been a scorching hot day. I've been barbecuing.
Ah, okay. So you've been barbecuing today, which means that the show is actually live and not pre-recorded.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because it's been
Do you
a
think?
hot day, and on Thursday it
Okay.
rained.
It has been raining today. You're right, and the weather does say it's going to be hot at the weekend. So that's good. Good. Well done there, Merchant. Do you think this is working, or is this too confusing for people?
I think it might be working.
It might be. Okay, Davis. If you were listening to this, would you think this was now live?
I think I'd be so confused.
I'm confused.
I wouldn't have any idea.
I don't know what's going on.
No.
Dawn, anything else you can say to make them think it's not Thursday and it's actually Sunday now?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, well, Dawn, listen, thanks very much.
All right, thank you.
Cheers, Merchant, thank you.
No problem.
Good lad, there we go. It almost... maybe I was trying to stretch the boundaries of time travel a little bit too far.
I think everybody got a bit confused. The reality
I'm confused now.
It's Thursday and we're recording this
I'm
for Sunday.
I'm confused now. If I were listening to it, I would be even more confused. Let me play Blur and see if I can work this whole thing out. So this was 5 to 6 on a Thursday. that she had a barbecue in 3 days' time, but it's raining today. No, I can't do it.
I met him in a crowded room.
Max! Hello, Max, you're in Crouch End.
Oh, hi.
Hello, Max.
Hi, Ian. How are you doing?
Oh, it's this bloke. Yes, I'm doing very well, Max. How are you?
I'm absolutely fine. I just thought I'd give you a call because I haven't spoken to you for a while, you know.
Okay, well, listen, thank you very much for letting us call you up today on this wet and miserable Thursday evening, Max. Now, did we send you the email with the topics in, or did you not get that?
It's early Monday morning, man.
Okay, no, he's doing it. You're doing a caddick on us. So if you want to do it that way, that's fine. I think we've kind of given up on the pretending it's Sunday night.
Really?
Well, we tried it a little bit. We tried it a little bit, and it worked for a while, and then I tried to confuse things more, and I think it's best if we just stick to it. It's Thursday evening, it's nearly 6 o'clock, and let them on the Sunday get confused with that themselves.
Okay, so let's live in the fantasy world along with the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy.
Well, no, I was going to say that keep it real and say it's Thursday, but if you want to pretend it's Sunday, we can do that.
Well, it's not Sunday, it's Monday. Anyway, that's a bit anal retention.
No, don't throw another day into the mix. Please, dear God, don't throw another day into the mix.
Look, to be perfectly honest, I haven't been listening to the show for that long, so I'm not really up to speed. But I did hear you talking about Tony Blackburn, and I think you were bang on.
Okay, so...
Just being typical.
Okay, so Davis, excellent work in prepping the people when you... When you speak to them and tell them about Tony Blackburn. Can you believe this? Sorry, Max?
Davis just said hello, and, you know, what do you want to talk about?
He's blown my mind! Max is too good at this! He's too good at this! All right, Max, we'll play.
It was the moment where I said to him, I've never heard Tony Blackburn. He went, no.
All right, Max is too good at this. All right, Max, we'll have it your way. Okay, so you've been listening to the show tonight, Sunday night, and you heard on the radio, he's too good. He's cleverer than... Max sounds like an idiot. He's cleverer than you, Davis.
He's brilliant.
He's cleverer than me.
He's brilliant. He's
cleverer
listened to everything we've
than
told
me.
him.
Okay, so you were... Okay.
University, of course I'm cleverer than you.
Okay, so let's go. Okay, so you've been listening to the show on your radio.
I love your show. I think it's absolutely great.
I know you do. I just wish... okay.
Oh, because you always cut me off. Can you play Rocket Man by Elton John, please?
Not a chance in hell. The next song is Centerfold by the Jay Gars Band, which is much better.
Hey, next song, I mean, before the end of the show, and you've got 40-odd minutes.
Not a chance in hell.
I mean, what do you mean, not a chance in hell?
Well, you know hell, and you know not a chance in there. So...
Yeah, well, I am acquainted with that, yes.
Okay. So, let's play... Okay, let's...
Cut him off.
Who?
Whoa.
What happened there? Hang on a second.
That was an unasked-for interjection.
Tell your mum to shut up.
She's not my mum.
Okay.
She's my surrogate.
Okay.
You want to talk to Gareth? Well, he's here as well. Anyway.
Who? What's her name?
She's called Michelle.
Okay, let's talk to Michelle.
You want to talk to Michelle?
Yeah, as long as she keeps her mouth clean, although we can cut it, I suppose.
Well, you can, because you've got the 7-second delay.
Well, yeah, Davis is going to edit this before it gets transmitted. But yes, okay, go on.
Speak to Mr. Lee. He's a very nice man. A little bit sarcastic and cynical sometimes, but he's a very nice man.
Let me talk to the woman.
That's your introduction.
Jeez. That's I'm doing a gig on Tuesday night. He's a little bit cynical.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Michelle.
Hello.
Hello. So, what have you been doing on this fine Thursday?
Just having a few drinks and just...
I suspected that might be the case.
Started early.
That Max is boozed up to the max, but he's still cleverer than us in this whole time travel thing. So you understand what's happening tonight, don't you, Michelle? That we're recording this show now on 6 o'clock tonight, and it's going to go out Sunday evening as though it's live.
Okay.
Okie dokie. So you're all right with that, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, do you want to pretend it's Sunday evening, or do you want to just talk as though it's Thursday? Because we've kind of given up pretending it's Sunday now.
Every day's the same to me.
Yes, a boozy blur, no doubt. Well, Michelle, listen, with the questions that we're asking...
Right.
What certificates have you got?
None.
And has tipping ever ruined your life?
Not really.
Well, thanks for calling. There we go, marvellous.
Great way to end that. Cool
They were definitely in the C, the
Reserve C
the
list.
reserve C list. Okay, listen, we'll play some adverts. Jay Giles Band will do the answer phone messages, which you can call into the answer phone now if you want, as you're listening to this on the Sunday. 0330 123 1215. If you call that number and press button 3, we think it is.
Could be any button, to be honest.
Don't press the studio button. Listen to the options. We think it's 3 or 4 or maybe 5. Listen to the options, and you can leave a message on the answer phone, and that may get played out on next Sunday's show. Yes, that's enough explaining. Let's do this.
Iain Lee on Absolute Radio with SwiftCover.com. For car insurance, don't wait in line. Go online. Get a life. Get Swift covered.
Absolute Radio.
Now, this bit you can edit out. You can edit this bit out. Edit this. Should we start? We'll start the tape again in a second. I'll go in a second. Hang on. Sodding cough. I got the bloody flu when I was in India. I swear I coughed up a turd the other day. Can we go? Tell me when you're ready, because we need to go. I need to go to. I need to get to Have I Got News For You, so just let us know.
Yo, Iain, bum rash the show. You take your bum, you take your rash, and you smear petroleum jelly over that bad boy, innit? And peace out to Davis, delicious Davis. You make sure your sweet cheeks are also covered. Ta-ra, until next week, bum rash!
Ricardo, he's the naughtiest man I know.
Hi, this is the real fake Louie. I think that Cristiano O'Connell is a real douche. I don't like his show, and it goes on for too long. It takes up like the whole of the morning. All right, bye. I love you.
Hey, Iain, you know Rob Bonet? I think he's balls.
'Cause I'm saving all my love. Yes, I'm saving all my love for delicious.
Hey, Freckles. This is Sawyer from Lost. I'm phoning to say that my favorite all-time caller is Rob Burney, because I'm a complicated guy, Cupcake.
Yeah, delicious. You won a silver award. Congratulations, man. I was wondering if you want to go out for a drink. Just me and you. I could celebrate. I know this lovely little place in Soho. Very inconspicuous. No one will see us. It's near a hotel. Give me a ring. Mwah. It's Benet, by the way.
Steve Allen is a bottler and is scared of Iain Lee.
Yeah.
Good evening, this is Rooney Jeep. My favorite caller is Tony Ked, but I am disturbed that he has not yet made his financial transfer as agreed.
Hello, I wonder if you can help me. My name is Richard Elliott. I'm producing Barry from Watford show at the Watford Palace Theatre on the 12th of June. I'd just like to say that I thought your comments last week, in last week's show, were frankly not very helpful. For your information, we've sold half the seats, and we've got about 3 weeks to go. So I just want your listeners to know that. It's on the 12th of June, and I think it was a little bit unfair of you. So hopefully we'll be seeing you at Barry from Watford show at the Watford Palace Theatre on the 12th of June. Thank you very much.
Bum rush!
When we played that song twice last week. We did Crazy Stuff when you weren't here, when it was Eloise producing. We wouldn't. You're on that one there, aren't you?
I am,
We did Crazy Stuff.
Crazy and wild.
But we were unsure of what he was singing then, because it does sound rude, doesn't it? What he's
My Rubber Lover Girl.
No, but not the. Oh, we'll do it again. It's only 2 minutes, so you can get away with playing it again. It's like you played 2 songs and everyone's happy. But it does sound like he's saying a swear word. I'm surprised you've not heard this.
I I have heard it.
But you've
I've not
you know
heard
the bit that sounds like a swear word. Well, isn't it? I genuinely had that sinking feeling in my stomach. I thought, it's me and Eloise. There are no grown-ups here, and we're in very serious trouble because we played out a song that's not in any way sensitive. Listen. No. Anyway, so we're gonna okay. This is gonna be fun. I'm gonna play another song in a second. And then when we come back from that song, we're going to try and do, excuse me, Triple M. But now Triple M, for anyone who listens to the show normally, knows it's the bit where we break the barriers and conventions and we try and do something new, and we steal what Tommy Boyd has been doing for the last 30 years. But people phone in and it's unscreened and it's live and it's spontaneous and da-la-la. Now, obviously, because it's now 6:15... on a Thursday evening, and we're pre-recording this. We've never done a pre-recorded Triple M before.
We've not. That's right.
So we've got a list of telephone numbers. I have a list here. Davis has a list over there. And we've got a list of numbers that we're going to try and call and get them up as quickly as we can. And these are numbers that have been supplied to us by various people throughout the week, and we'll see if it works. So I was going to say, if you gave us your number, make sure your phone's switched on, but obviously they won't hear this for 3 days and 4 hours, 5-6 hours, something like that. So we'll see. Play the Killers. I'm just know it's going to be a disaster.
Well, we'll give it a go.
Okay, we'll play the Killers, and then when we come back, we'll try and do the first ever recorded. And if it works, get the PR lady.
Well, if it works, you can do it every week. And
well, if it works, exactly, we'll go home early. But if it works, get the PR lady to get some press about this. If it doesn't work, don't tell anyone. Okay. Certainly not Mr. Grace. That would be a nightmare. Right, we'll do it after this. This is the world that we live in.
It's sometime after 20 to 1, or thereabouts. Which means it's time for the most dangerous part of the show. Triple M. Straight to air.
Now, this is even more dangerous because we're phoning out to people to try and get them to do a spontaneous straight-to-air thing. So, you got the first one queued up, have you, Davis?
I have.
Okay, good lad. Here we go. So, okay, let's try it. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Is it a she or a he?
Oh, it's a he.
Oh, the dirty thing.
Is he wild? What's its name, then?
It's, Tibby.
Tibby. I don't know Timmy. But again, he come to me. You saw it run down there. A cat like that used to be in on a chain. It won't run. But I did see her about 2 days ago.
Is there a great cat around here, have you?
Oh, she's been in my garden. I know her. She's been in my garden.
You should have that on a chain, you know. If you go and ask Mrs. Yates.
Timmy!
This might work, Davis! You got the next one queued up, good lad. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Good evening, stranger.
Good evening.
How are you?
I'm very good.
Thursday. Good.
Well, thanks for calling.
No problem.
There we go, beautiful. Line 3, you're on the wireless.
Ian, it's Frank Skinner. When are you going to be at the studio so I can get my show done?
We're going to be done in about 20 minutes, I think.
All right, mate, but I do need to get on with it, all right.
OK, Frank, we'll be as quick as we can.
All right, sweet. I've left those Ladyboy DVDs in your pigeonhole.
Good lad, thank you, sir. There we go, beautiful. OK, this isn't actually going badly. This, OK, got the next one queued up.
079.
Oh, hang on a minute. So we've got someone's. What's that? Is that someone there? That was an answer phone, I think. Try this one. Line 1, you're on the wireless. Just because we're desperate for calls, I'll keep this on while you dial someone else up. Okay, there we go. Ah, here we go. Oh, he's got... Hey, hello, Max, it's Ian Lee.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, how you doing?
Absolutely fine, mate. Absolutely fine.
OK, well, listen, we're coming towards the end of the recording now, so it's all going swimmingly. We can cut some of the rubbish bits out, I suppose. Would you like to contribute something spontaneous for the Triple M section of the show?
If you tell me what the Triple M section of the show is.
OK, hang on a second. Line 2. You're through to line 1.
Yo, 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 let's have some bumming on the show!
Hey, what's that?
Hello?
Hello?
Who's this?
What's your name? Hello?
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 The time at the third stroke will be 6:55 precisely.
Oh, you're Tim, are you?
Tim indeed, yes.
Oh, right.
Tony's brother, Tim.
I'm a bit thrown a loop here, but what is a 3M? Are we talking about the people who make Post-it notes?
The people who make the Post-it notes?
Yeah, they're 3M. Minnesota mining thingamajig.
I'd actually called in for a lovely recipe on jam.
On jam?
Jam. Do you know any people who make jam?
Yeah, I've been known to make jam.
Oh, give us your best recipe.
Well, you get a whole shed load of fruit, right, man?
Let me get a pen and paper. Right, I'm ready.
Line 3.
Hello, yeah. Hello, mate. Now, listen. Right, now, listen. It's Rob. Hello, yeah, it's Rob. It's no, the one who's in military intelligence, this stupid bunch of...
It's sort of working. It's almost working. It's almost working. Let's try, OK, go next one, kiddos. Go to line 1, you're on the wireless. Line 1? Oh, no, line 1 there. Okie dokie, there we go. Don't call him again. Don't call him again. Let's try. Line 2, you're on the wireless. Sounds like Millie's made a record. Line 3! Hello? Anyone there?
Hello?
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 Hello there?
I'm Ian.
Hello?
Hello, Ian?
You're on the air-ish. Yep. OK, lovely. Let's try this one. Line 4.
7.
No, it's the answer to the thing. OK, that's all right. Line 2.
Ho, ho, ho! Tyler Trust, the radio show. No, gone wrong.
Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Hello?
Hello?
Got that poo, got that more rim dog.
Do you know what? This isn't going badly. This isn't going badly. Let's try line 3. Hello, line 3. Hello? Hello, Crouch End? Max? 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 OK, that's...
Calling him like he's a dog.
No.
I think a lot of people are at work.
Well, they're probably on the tube or something. But we did say it's 6:30. We did say let's try line 1. Line 1, you're on the wireless. Hello. Rhythm of the night. Rhythm of the night.
K-Club.
Oh yeah. This is the sort of stuff we should be playing. When we got changed from Virgin to Absolute and we became a good radio station, someone should have had the balls to say, enough of your rock, enough. This is what we're going to play. Oh yeah! All right. Imagine them in stilettos, in the club, listening to this. Oh, you've made my day, my friend. Thank you. That's music. That is music. Line 4, you're on the wireless.
Copenhagen, 9 years probation, 8 stable dancer, 7 packs of red men, 6
Just got to hear what the one is. Oh, goodness. Okay, get the next one queued up for us, please. Start it. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
To the O2
No, it's okay. Their phone switched off. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Ooh, cottage pie. No, gone wrong. Gone wrong again.
It's shepherd's pie. Shepherd's pie. Line 2.
Hello?
Hello there.
Poo your Morin dog. Poo your...
Okay. Okay, so let's make this the last one of the evening, shall we? So I'm gonna play 2 records back to back so that I can go off and see have I got news for you, otherwise I'm gonna miss it. Line 1, you're the last call on this fake Triple M. Let me say it. You're on the air.
How's it going? You got many callers?
Well, do you know what? For the Triple M, we sort of did all right. It is annoying, though. A lot of people have sent me emails. Oh, you can call me in, you can call me. But then we've called them and their phones are switched off or they're busy or they don't want to do it.
It's the young kids in it that are too busy happy slapping and stuff.
Happy slapping, drinking Alco Pops, smoking crack cocaine, hoodies, all of that kind of stuff, you know. It's But I would give the show... I would give it 5.5 out of 10 this evening. Davis?
I think you're being generous there.
Once you edit it down a bit and work a bit of radio magic on it.
About 4 or 5, yeah. That'll do.
Okay, well, listen, Rob, listen to it on Sunday and drop us an email. Let me know what you think.
I will do. I'll just say my tip for Sunday is pretty much Middlesbrough and Newcastle to go down. And I think Susan Boyle pretty much go forward in Britain's Got Talent with that dance troupe over that little girl that sings. I think it'll come probably down to them too.
Okay, and that's your tips for Sunday, is it?
That's my tips for Sunday. I think it'll come down to the dance troupe and that little girl who sings.
Well, we've written that down metaphorically, and we will speak to you next week and find out whether you were right or wrong.
And Davis has got to send me a naked photo if that's right, yeah?
Edit that bit. We'll edit that out.
Keep that bit in.
Nudie Davis!
Thanks, Rob!
Bye!
Ta-ta! There we go. Well, that was... Do you know what? It had its moments.
It did. It's ended up with you going on a trip with Alan Caddick to Glasgow. Brilliant. It was fun.
Triple M was all right. It was, we couldn't do it every week. It wouldn't sustain, but it certainly had something going for it. Yep. Right, I'm going to shoot off and go and see... Have I got news for you? Can I leave you to...
if you just play this song or something...
Well, if I... Listen, I'll fire off the first song.
And then I'll have to work out... I'll go back and work out the timings and stuff.
I think I'm a little bit over, but if you can cut some of the Caddick stuff out, because it was a bit... It went on a bit long, and the first stuff was funny, but the second stuff
Benet was on about 5 times. You can surely get rid of one of his calls.
Oh, yeah. Well, just listen to it. Just make... as long as it fits. I don't want it to run into John Osborne's show, because he'll get upset. All right, I'm going to shoot off. Cheers, Davis.
Thank you very much.
Ta-ta. MGMT after this. Cheers.